Boo. Hi! Hi, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's everybody doing today? If you don't know me yet, my name is Lex, and I'm a comfy witch VTuber who works at a magical coffee shop. I hope you are all doing so incredibly super duper well. I'm super duper excited because today we are finally playing some more Ace Attorney Investigations. Did we miss last week's? I think we might have missed last week's. It feels like it's been a really long time. Yes. I'm very excited to play some more. Last time... What happened last time? Does anybody remember? No, but last time Kay showed us her little like device thingy that kind of lets us walk through the crime scene even though there is no crime scene anymore. It was really, really cool. Hi, welcome in. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Fish. I remember. Potion of Heart. Yes. And if your heart's that color, you should see a doctor. But yeah, we kind of investigated the quote-unquote crime scene last time, and we ran into some old pals. There was the Emma Sky, and Wendy Oldbag was there too, I guess. So that was fun. I think we'll see a little bit more of them in this case. It's gonna be great, but my voice will not be great after voicing Oldbag for the rest of the stream. So... But either way, I'm very excited to see what happens next. We haven't figured out that much, but we know how our murder victim was shot. And we think our murder victim may be one of the kidnappers, but we also found the guy that was kidnapped, and he's not doing too hot, but you know, that's to be expected. We'll have to ask him some questions later. Oh yeah, and that one guy's back. Super annoying. I don't like that guy. He's kind of a butt. But yeah. So, I just got done watching when Marnie was there. It was so good. I mean, I love every Ghibli film I've seen so far. I kind of... When I walk out of a Ghibli film, right, because I've seen most of them in theaters, I just have this light feeling, you know? Every single time, no matter how sad it is. It's a very specific feeling that I only feel when I've finished watching a Ghibli film. I don't know. I've seen a lot of them now. How many is that? Because we've seen... Spirited Away was my first one. That was a long time ago though, so I'd like to rewatch it because I don't remember as much about it now. And then I saw The Wind Rises in theaters. I didn't really know what to expect when I went into that one, but that was sad too. I've seen Kiki's Delivery Service, Ponyo. What else? Well, Whisper of the Heart is one of my underrated favorites. Gosh, that's only 5 though. There's more. I've seen Totoro. Hi, welcome in. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. We're just talking about Ghibli films. I'm trying to remember all the ones that I've seen. Hang on. It's more than that. We've counted to 6. I can at least count to 6. There's more than that, though. I think. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna pull up like a list of Ghibli films. Ghibli film list. Let me see. I can only count to 4. Dang. Okay. Let me pull up the list. Here it is. Okay. So I've seen Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, Whisper of the Heart, Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away. I haven't seen I haven't seen Howl's Moving Castle yet, but I know that's like a big one. I know everyone's seen that one except for me, basically. And I will at some point. I've seen Ponyo, I've seen Arrietty, Wind Rises, The Boy and the Heron, and now When Marnie Was There. That is 10. That's 10 Ghibli films. So, you know, at least one. It's a great one. I've heard really good things. I'd really, really, really like to see it at some point. Hi, welcome in. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing super duper well. Yeah, 10 Ghibli films. I've seen most of them in theaters because every so often there's like, you know, Ghibli Fest. What's up with Ghibli Fest this year, actually? Hang on. Has it started yet? I haven't seen any in theaters this year. But I'd like to. Fish! What's for fish? Potion of Round Boy. Amazing. That's my favorite fish. See, I'd like to see some of the ones that I haven't seen yet, so the ones that are playing for Ghibli Fest this year that I haven't seen would be Tales from Earthsea, Only Yesterday, Castle in the Sky. And I think that's it. Yeah. I haven't missed them, though. I could still see them. Because Earthsea's in August. Okay. Taking notes. I'll have to try to remember. Oh well. Okay, let me just take a little sip of my coffee and then I think we're gonna get into the game. I feel like I need to make up for not playing as much Ace Attorney recently. So let me just have some coffee real quick. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Let's get into the game. I just need to change my category. Boop, boop, boop. Ace Attorney. Investigations. That's the game we're playing. I know the name of the game we're playing. Totally. Okay. Here's the game. Again, I really, really, really like that the title screen changes every time because now we're looking at like a different shot of the theme park and I just think that's really neat. Okay. Anything new in the gallery? Because I'm not sure there is. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it shows us stuff from the case that we're currently on. So maybe once we're finished with the case, it'll show us more. Because we've only got our first 2 cases here. Okay. Today was my 6th one, I think. It's like at least one. Accolades. Okay, we don't have any new ones. Okay, whatever. Let's just get to the game. It likes to hide all of the new stuff for me until I'm done with the case. Okay. Kidnap turnabout. Middle. Wait. Regrouping with Ernest. Which one's newer? Okay, this one's like 4 minutes newer. So I feel like saving wasn't really that important. I feel like it autosaves very, very frequently. Okay. Game time! March 13th, 2:34 p.m., Wild Wild West area. Woof. Of course, right as I'm about to start reading. They're so silly. Woof, 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 woof. The fun part is that I can tell which one is barking. I have two dogs, two big dogs, and I can always tell. I can always tell which one it is that started it. Just from the sound. Okay. Are they quiet yet? Shh. I'm trying to play the game. Okay. Looks like we got the boot again. With Lance safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Important.
Miles, my boy.
Oh, hey, it's you.
Tell me it's true. Tell me that you've really found my boy.
Yes, Mr. Amato. We found him earlier in the stadium. Then my little Lance is unhurt? He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. I don't like that guy. He's mean. Poor Lance! It must have been so horrible for him! Locked up like... Dang. Okay. It doesn't tell us so we can walk around. It just like puts us into it, and I'm like, is something gonna happen? Okay. Who do we talk to first? We'll talk to the Lance Amano.
Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, it was nothing.
I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver, but I have to say, I'm relieved that Lance is alright.
So, what is going on here? Oliver. Quote unquote, Oliver. Because we found out that's not actually his name either. Mr. Butler guy was trying to kidnap the son of the family that he butlers for so he could get a ton of money? Is that the motive here? But who's the second kidnapper? There's two. I'm so confused. Whoa! Count Quackula! Dang! Sorry, that totally caught me off guard. I love when they have like a little unique sound that plays when you get something rare. Okay. Sorry. Wait, what was the name of... What was the butler's actual name? Because there was a different name. Right. Yeah, this is Colin Devery, but his other name, Oliver Deacon, is an anagram. So I'm not sure which one's the real one and which one's fake. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him.
A letter. A letter? Oh boy.
Ah, the way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me a lot of someone I know.
And who exactly are you referring to?
I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know? Here, take a look for yourself.
Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? It's a very simple love letter. My dear Lance Amano, may I come see you again, your beloved Viola? Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Viola's the girl from the one case, right? Yeah, Tender Lender Loan Company. She's the creepy girl from... Oh boy. Was she... Hang on. Does this mean that Lance was borrowing money? Oh boy. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Oh, hey, let me see. That's really weird. It's from a loan company. Tender Lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me. Letter for Lance Amano. The sender is the Tender Lender Loan Company. Does it have Viola in here yet? No. I'm assuming it wouldn't, but... If you know, you know. Okay. I love how this case has so many characters from previous cases. It's kind of great. Okay. Lance Amano. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. Oh, it's the 12th one. No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try. Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through. I suppose if they were me, then... I believe you said that you were Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. Oh boy. But he did give me this ring, so... I guess we're not just friends either, right? I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring. It's a ring pop. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. It's so wonderful. You mean to tell me he gave you a lollipop ring? So which is it? Have you guys not decided? Why is it auto-played through the dialogue? Hang on. Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided? Decided. Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? My father used to work for Mr. Amano, and so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano Group. What did he do? I heard his job was to fly around the world. On Pegasus. Huh? Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. But now it's all changed. My father... he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode a Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long. I don't think I'd recognize him if we were to ever meet again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. But I won't give in to sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren. Live. She seems stable. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Yummy. About the case. About this incident. Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped? Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition. Huh. Huh. Okay, surely that doesn't mean anything. Not at all. Huh. Huh. Sorry, I know I keep saying that, but I'm thinking more and more. I'm not gonna say anything yet. But I think I know where this is going. You based everything on that. I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny. She started fantasizing again. So, what are you gonna do now, Mr. Edgeworth? We've already established there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It is my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there's one location that might hold a clue or two. Isolation room, crime scene, kidnapper's hideout. Kidnapper's hideout? The obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout. But we're still not allowed in, remember? Agent Langan is meant to be done with this area. I mean, either way, we're gonna find a way in. We are the Miles Edgeworth. In that case, there's no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in. Pretty please with the cherry on top? Please let me in. What do you have to report?
Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir.
Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside?
Sir, Roger, sir.
Who's Roger? Seriously. Coffee time. It's always coffee o'clock. That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in?
Sir, that's true, sir, but, Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. And I couldn't refuse a request from him.
Oh my gosh! Gumshoe! Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following.
Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir.
What is this? Oh. Okay. I see. The man in this picture, isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon? Wait a minute. Colin Deveray. Dominant hand right. I feel like that's going to be relevant. I feel like it will. Whereabouts unknown after his escape from Penn E. Dent Prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up. Huh. But the name here says Colin Deveray.
That's the same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears Colin Deveray was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in the case 10 years ago and sent to prison.
What? Then what was he doing here?
Apparently, he broke out of jail and just vanished.
Pretending to be a butler.
He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact he was an escaped felon.
Huh. Very interesting. Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and the current case? These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give him a thorough read eventually. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout.
Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later. Yeah, who needs to think? I thunked enough already.
More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first.
Now, why would she do that?
Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer. It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then the door's been wide open, sir. I'm not sure I follow what you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail? Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break the door down, sir.
Of course. Of course he did.
I see. I guess that means I got Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find.
It's still worth looking. Oh, broken mirror. It's probably fine. Not bad at all.
So, is this where the kidnappers planned their foul deed?
While you were tied up for a while in the room next door.
Okay, please. Must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity.
Okay. I think I see a costume. Is this a costume?
This must be where they dispose of old and worn-out costumes.
That's so sad. Hang on. Okay.
It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces.
There's a missing head. Well, or rather, there's a blue badger. Sorry, there's a bad badger head somewhere else. And this is the bad badger body that goes with it then. It's exactly as I thought, I think. With the bad badger snuck in a real gun. And no one said anything because the bad badger's supposed to have a prop gun.
Beyond this door
It's where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you.
Must you keep reminding me?
But it's the room where I got to see your awesome face.
You didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either.
Okay. Woo! coffee maker. My favorite. Oh, we can actually inspect this. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, so the coffee maker is nothing, but the cups are full. Cheap styrofoam cups. What? No way. Looks like only 3 cups were used. So does that mean there was a 3rd person? Or was the kidnapping a fake? Maybe? Or originally meant to be, but then they turned on Lance? Something like that? Hang on, let me take a sip of my coffee. I wonder what this key is to. You got me. It reminds me of the key we found in the other room. That's it! This must be the key for one of those trapdoors! That wasn't a trapdoor. You only call it one because you quite literally jumped into it. Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one? I'm not having this conversation with you. Edward is sounding pretty dad-like in this game. Okay. Chairs. Exactly 3 chairs, also. Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs around the table. 3 cups, 3 chairs. What else? There's 3 hooks here, but only 1 is left. Ooh, that's a pretty fish. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing? The map. Okay. A poster of Gatewaterland is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige. Gatewaterland has it all and it's waiting for you. It's not especially catchy, is it? This is interesting, because I feel like we haven't actually found anything yet, but there's gotta be something here. Because we've got the thingy. Okay. No, 3 cups, 3 chairs, 3 people, right? Yeah, okay. The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, so the kidnapping was probably fake? And then something, it didn't go well. The number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Indeed. Something isn't adding up. Literally. Is it possible there's a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? Costume pieces. Okay. We're missing something. But what? Okay. Yeah, the giant mirror. We might want to look at that. Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth! It's a broken mirror. It probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it? And there's a sign. A sign advertising the photo rally. Something I have absolutely no interest in. Edgeworth is not standing on the ground right now.
Look at him. I love how Kay jumps. She's so funny.
Yeah, but I do, and I'm going to get my hands on the rest of the Badger family. You'll see.
She's so funny. She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to criminal investigation. I feel like every case needs its Maya, you know? Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state.
Wow, whoever lined these up did it perfectly. They're not even a single hair off. I mean, I'd feel bad using these because it'd be like stealing the perfection away.
I suspect it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put them away.
Oh, they have barrels just like these outside.
Yes, and?
Well, I know I already asked you when we're out there, but if these were real, what would you put in them?
There's an expectant gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash.
Oh no.
I just love how excited Kay gets about everything.
Hey, there's a trapdoor in this room too.
It's not a trap door. It's an entrance to an underground passage, Kay.
I know that.
The door leading to the outside world was locked. So Lance must have escaped his prison through here.
Can we go down? No?
Okay. This door is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open.
Oh, we can investigate it. Okay. I see. Oh. Looks like a sword. A broken sword. Why would there be a sword here? What's the point of the sword?
Strange. Why would it be broken like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely broken in half. Dang.
Swords don't usually break on their own.
That's true.
Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later.
And then we've got the door. That doorknob handle thingy's looking pretty beat up.
Well, I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force.
Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent.
But how is that possible? After what that officer told us.
The officer's a liar! Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked.
So, the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be?
Okay, let's look at the ladder.
The panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful of where you step, Kay.
I only fell into that other opening once, you know. And that was once too many. That doesn't make any sense. I'm silly. Okay, I think we've looked at everything there is to look at, maybe. I think. Okay. So let's look at our pieces. So we've got the door. Wake up. We're only like 45 minutes into the stream. I can't be falling asleep yet. I don't know. It must be something to do with the sword and the door. Maybe it was open from the inside. I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but I figured out something, apparently. It's a bit strange. The police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock, and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time. But the policeman outside said it took 10 men to get it open. A door that was locked tight, despite not being locked at all. It can only be because of this. Oh, you mean... Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. Ooh, okay. Do you see how the handle's completely destroyed? So that's how the sword broke. Broken prop sword data jotted down in my organizer. I thought we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers, but instead we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. What is happening? Do you guys see the way that the blue badger popped out of the hole? That was so funny. Oh, what is it? Well, well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing? Suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that. This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We badgers also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out of there first, and then we'll talk, okay? What is going on? I beg your pardon, miss. Who are you? Proto-badger, get! Alright, only one more to go. Oh my gosh, she's still... Did you forget? The photo rally, duh! See, look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the bad badger and I'm done.
Yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort.
Where are you going? Hello? It's gone, but where did it go? What happened? Hello? A bad badger costume is missing, sir. Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnappers stole it. I want to give this badger, like, a silly badger voice, but I feel like it's gonna be a person. You know? And not just a badger. Because I want to give it a really silly voice, like, I heard about how they were stolen. And they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. I guess we can do that for now, and then once we figure out who's underneath the mask, we can fix that later.
What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto-Badger, please tell me a little bit more about these costumes you use.
Oh boy.
What did you mean by a bad badger costume's missing?
Why, just what I said, sir. We are 1 bad badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times.
Okay, so because one of them is walking around in the park,
The other should be in that room.
Actually, both of them should be in that room.
huh? What do you mean?
Normally, we don't use the bad badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's the stage show where the bad badger wreaks havoc around the park.
Oh. I feel like that's how they got away with doing what they did.
and the other badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir.
I'm speechless that such a show exists.
Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time I use that costume.
Then doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the bad badger?
Personally, I can't believe it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir?
I'm having way too much fun with this.
All this basically means is that the kidnappers stole 4 costumes in total.
Uh-oh.
That's like kind of not good. Then, are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers?
No, I don't think that's very likely.
Oh?
Recall the costumes for a minute.
The stolen ones, you mean?
What proves that a 4th kidnapper does not exist?
Something probably. I don't know. Wait. What are we... Officer Meekins? Being the blue badger? I don't know, maybe I does is half stupid, but you know. I don't know. Can we just present all of them? Let's just present all of them and see what happens.
Take that!
Wait, okay, we can look at stuff right now. I'm trying to figure out. There is a head here. And a costume in the thingy. The victim was likely wearing a costume, but we don't know which one. We know Old Bag is in the pink badger. Officer Meekins is wearing the blue badger costume. So... what is going on?
Wait, wait.
Rubber ducky. Okay, what? It's as simple as it appears. All I have to do is think a little to find the answer. I have no idea.
Take that!
The pink badger? Oh no. The key.
Take that!
Oh god, the key. I forget what the key was. I'm so confused. I thought it was right for a second. It like did something different, didn't it? Or am I going crazy? I have no idea. I might lose this case here. Just because I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. I'm so confused. Okay, I'm gonna Google the answer because I will be really sad if we have to replay any of this. I don't know what it is. I really don't get it. What is going on? Okay, give me just a minute. No. Ah! I actually tapped on a notification and opened something.
No. Googling is hard. Apparently. Okay. Yeah, I refuse to mess up the entire case just because of this. So, I'm gonna take a peek. I promise I won't look ahead. I just need to figure this out. Because if I've tried like all of the costumes... I mean, the pink badger head is right where it should be. I don't think that's it, because that doesn't make sense. At least not to me, it doesn't. Maybe I'm a little silly, but... I'm not really sure. Is it really the pink badger head? Because what does what does that have to do with anything? I'm so
Take that!
confused. Huh. If you had 4 people and you wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like... there were other costume pieces lying around too, though. And yet, the kidnappers decide to steal another bad badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 bad badger costumes, but the question is why? Multiple guns? I don't know. Okay, we just passed the 1 hour mark. So I think we are going to take our first break of the stream. But I'm super excited to figure out what happens next and sort of put the pieces together. But if you need to get anything at all, maybe a snack or a drink or anything like that, now would be a good time to do that. So I will see you all in just a minute, and I hope you have a nice little break. See you soon.
Okay. Hi, I'm back. I don't know how long the ad has been over for, but I'm back now. Sorry about that. I hope you're all doing well and that you've got everything that you could possibly need. Welcome back. I'm so excited to jump right back into the case. I think what we need to do now is put some pieces together. So bear with me while I figure this out. Let me look at this. Unaccounted for Bad Badger and the costume pieces. Yeah, so there's the Bad Badger costume that's ripped. Oh, I see why it's ripped in the hand, because that's where the prop gun would normally go, right? But they replaced it with a real gun is what my guess is. I'm pretty sure. Okay. The second Bad Badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think. What do you mean? It's right there. It's right there. That costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants?
Hey, you're right! Let's get out of there and take a look.
Definitely a Bad Badger costume.
As I suspected, it's a Bad Badger costume.
I feel so silly saying all these names. It's a very silly case. You know, despite the fact that it's, you know, another murder case.
Well, minus the head.
Which is in the other room. Okay. Let's look at it. I think the hand is the big thing.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Well... Okay, maybe not. I have a feeling, though. I think I know already.
Look, its hand is hurt.
It's just a costume.
It looks more like something was ripped off of it.
Okay, well, you got the pants.
I wonder why this Bad Badger costume's right hand is torn up like that.
I know why.
Maybe it's a flesh wound from a fight with the Blue Badger. I always knew the Blue Badger was one ferocious beast.
The Blue Badger, ferocious. This guy? This guy right here? Clearly. No, but this is where the gun usually is. Hang on.
I somehow doubt that even real badgers are as bloodthirsty as that, Kay.
It's gotta be... Okay, I think I know. It's the guide about badgers.
I believe what we have here is an inconsistency.
You're an inconsistency. I don't know why I said that.
Between what?
Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be.
Oh, the gun!
Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in its right hand. However... You there. Did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand?
No, I did not, sir.
Sorry.
The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume.
As I thought, the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto-Badger.
I like that he's calling him Mr. Proto-Badger when this is... so silly.
The gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct?
Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show.
It seems that our kidnappers also had a need for the model gun, my dear costume friend.
Missing model gun data jotted down. This is very interesting. Investigation complete. Yay! And we got all our health back because I was silly and lost it all. For no reason, too. I was like, surely it can't be this. That's too obvious.
I think we're about done with this room.
So what's next?
Well, we found a few answers, but there are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay.
Okay. Oh, Kay. Get it? Because she's Kay and she's... Yeah, okay. Gumshoe! The himbo's here!
Mr. Edwards, sir.
Hi!
You gotta hurry, sir. Come on.
Something happened? Oh no.
What is it, detective?
We found a blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir.
What?
Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing? But Officer Meekins was also wearing one. They took him in for questioning though, didn't they? Interesting.
Bingo. That's why you gotta come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, you might still be able to get there before Wolfboy does, sir.
I don't know about that. I mean...
Okay. All right. Let's make haste to the main gate.
Let's go. To be continued. Okay. Ladder. Final confrontation. Former. Huh. That name's a little bit interesting. Because it's got ladder and then it's got former. So does that mean there's like a second part to the end section? I don't know. Gate Waterland main gate. Uh-oh.
Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe?
Just on the other side of the fountain, sir. It's right there.
So it's just the costume. Oh! Huh. That's different from the one that Oliver had, right? But it could be related to Pegasus. I mean... This is very interesting. Okay, there's a lot happening here, but looks like... Okay, let me take a sip of my coffee. Sorry. I'm trying to figure it out, but we should just play the case. Was it out here in the open all along?
No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there.
Oh.
We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly.
And let's get down to it.
Ooh. Okay. This is the main thing we want to look at, I think.
What do we have here?
I knew it. It's a pair of wings. Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 treasures in one day. How lucky is that? And hey, this pretty baby's made of platinum silver, too.
Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon.
They go together. They make a Pegasus because it's a horse and a pair of wings. I knew it. Does this one have a name on it, too? Hold it right there. Of course. Hey.
Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. Sure know how to cross the line, don't you? A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence.
He's so stinky, I don't like him.
How can you tell? Look here, read off what you see.
Lauren... Look. Does that mean the last name she gave us is fake? And her actual name is... Lauren Deveray. I see. It mentioned something about him having a daughter here too. Okay, I'm putting the pieces together. This is so interesting. I'm really liking this case. Miss Pop's pendant data jotted down in my organizer. Hi.
Aha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper.
You don't understand. Hi. I don't have a voice for this guy.
Lolly, I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers.
Lance. I'm having too much fun with this. You're kidding! Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers? Yes. Her woman's intuition was nothing. It was me. I held Lance hostage.
So, Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers, but even knowing that, I can't call this case solved or over.
Absolutely not. There's a lot more.
Hey guys, case closed. Get the car ready. And I mean the special one for this young lady.
Hold it!
Again, Mr. Prosecutor? What is it this time? Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect. We found it. Found what? An officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass.
Thick patch of grass. We found this costume in a patch of grass.
Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are. Or were you calling a sham? The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon. So Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges, I see. That's when a brand new suspect comes walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Oh, okay. I see. He thinks one thing, but he's wrong about a lot. A lot of it. I think I see what's happening. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Miss Pops, did you really kill Mr. Deacon? Yes. I killed him. I can't believe it.
Thanks for the confession.
Objection!
Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed. Look at you, so sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession, some very incriminating evidence.
But would it really be so easy for someone as sensitive as her to kill her own father? That's the question.
What more could you ask for? Ms. Lauren Pops.
Yes?
I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder.
But why? I'm a kidnapper and the killer. Isn't that enough? Why are you trying to cut your own hair? What is going on? There can't be like a normal character in this series. Never.
It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if that's the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't?
Oh. I'm thinking about it. There could be another way of thinking about this. I don't know. I'll say it later if it comes up.
I've had a change of heart. I think I'd enjoy seeing you sulk away as the losing mutt.
Dang.
Alright, you heard me. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today.
We're at the point in the stream where reading gets really difficult. It's always about an hour in. Miss Pop's confession. The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Amano would pay anything to get his son back after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me. Is that really how it happened, though? Sorry. Oh my gosh. But is that really what happened?
There, you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you had the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that.
I don't know.
Miss Pops, is what you said really the truth?
There's something going on here. Yes, it is.
If that's the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there is something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession.
Miss Pop's confession. When he came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. Okay, let's press on that because I kind of want to know how it happened. What was the plan?
How well did you know the victim?
I've spoken with him only a few times at Lance's house.
A few times, that's it?
I don't believe her. Yes.
If they only met a few times, I don't see how they could have trusted each other.
But if you hardly ever talked, then how could he trust you not to steal his plan?
It's completely irrelevant. He was planning to betray her from the very beginning. Which is why he chose someone he wasn't especially close to. Isn't that right? Yes, however, Mr. Deacon made a very poor choice. In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself.
What is her deal? Like, she hasn't talked much. But I feel like she's gonna break at some point. She's gonna start saying a whole lot. That's the vibe that I'm getting.
I bet he didn't see that one coming.
Oof. I don't know. I just don't think she would be so distraught if... I don't know. I mean, yeah, obviously. You know, people... I don't know what I'm saying, but I feel like she's too emotional to have pulled something like that off. You know what I mean? Or maybe that's what they want you to think, but I don't think she had it in her to kill anyone, maybe. I mean, maybe she was part of this, but I don't think she could have killed someone. That's all I'm gonna say. We knew he could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Amano would pay anything to get his son back, after all. Everything was going according to plan, but it seems...
Hold it!
Okay, let's press on that. Would you mind telling us a bit about the plan itself? Well, first we captured Lance. Ooh, how'd you do that? Kay is too enthusiastic about this. Just a little bit. Well, Mr. Deacon did that on his own, so I don't quite know. And here I thought you knew how to steal people away. I shudder to think what you would do with such knowledge. Sorry, I really don't know, but somehow Mr. Deacon was able to contain him. All we had to do after that was wait for the ransom to be paid, but... Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me. Okay, we're definitely pressing on that one. What is going on here?
Why do you think he did?
I have no idea, but maybe you planned on doing so from the very beginning. Miss Pops.
Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning.
That doesn't make any sense. Because why? What would be the motive there? Just so he could take all the money for himself? Like, what is his motive?
Was that ever really likely to happen? What should I do?
Let's raise an objection. I think there's more here. More to it than that.
I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely.
Huh?
I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing him.
But why? We were total strangers. No. Nuh-uh.
Hold it!
Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are.
Does she not know? Is it possible that she doesn't know that she's his daughter? Hang on. This proves that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops. Okay. It's gotta be this.
Take that!
Come on.
Miss Pops, you don't know, do you? But this piece of evidence will tell you exactly who you really are.
That's not it? Hang on. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. I think I know. Let me see. Hang on, let me get back to it. This is taking way too long. There's all this little dialogue for, like, no reason. Just wanna... Oh my gosh, so much to skip. Come on. Okay, I think I know what it is. She's still referring to him as Mr. Deacon, so that means that she doesn't know the real last name. And I think That's what it's okay. I'm gonna put a save here so we don't have to skip all that text again if I choose the wrong option, but I think I know what it is now. Maybe? I guess we'll see. I'm gonna press on it again so it brings us back to where we were. Boop, 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 boop. Objection! That would never happen! Whoa!
Hold it!
You really are clueless. Okay. Could it be this? We can't present profiles in this game, which makes this a bit harder, but... I think it has to be... It's gotta be his pendant. I think. I hope I'm right. Why are you showing this to me?
So what about the pendant?
This horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are. Oh, if you put them together, they make the Pegasus. These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree? Hey, you're right. They're the same color and even made of the same material. I believe that these two pendants are actually one. Oh boy. Shall we give it a try? Wow, it's totally Pegasus. But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's? You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be. But no, that can't be. Oh, but it can.
So that you make a set. It's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything.
You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well, I'll show you with this evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning. Okay, now it's the document.
Take that!
Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Deveray, the name that was etched on the pendant.
What? An alias?
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense given what is written in Mr. Deveray's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. This specific section. That one.
Take that!
That one right there. Mr. Deveray had one daughter. And her name is Lauren Pops. That's a lie! That person was not my father! He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Interesting. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot?
Not go back!
And what is so funny, Agent Lang?
You're good at making things up in your head and saying it's the truth, aren't you?
What are you trying to say? Something, probably.
Your thinking's much too innocent. After all, I've thought of another possibility.
Is that so?
Well, let's hear it.
Another possibility. Okay.
I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter, but isn't it possible that they both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Amano. And the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well?
I mean, she seems real shocked by this. I don't think she would seem so shocked by this information if she had already known it, you know what I mean?
So this is his version of things how might have been. You don't have any proof that they didn't know of their true relationship, right?
And you're saying that the two of them committed the kidnapping together?
That's right. As one really rotten family. Is that really what happened? I had better take a long, hard look at the evidence.
Another possibility. I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter, but isn't it possible they both knew? Okay. Let's try pressing on that. There's gotta be something there.
You think that they knew? Yeah, I don't think only the victim knew. I think the girl realized it as well. They both knew who the other person was, but they had to pretend that they didn't. Because he was on the lam. You got it. The victim couldn't exactly go around flaunting who he was. Furthermore,
there's no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Mono. I think he's right about that. It was no coincidence, but I don't think she knew. I think he did that intentionally, but she had no idea.
one as a butler and one as the friend of the son, you mean? They probably thought that was their best shot. Is that what you honestly believe? Of course.
The two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay. We're pressing on this one too.
You mean how they plotted to commit this crime as blood relatives? You think of a better partner? They're certainly a clever pair. The butler and the girlfriend. No one would ever suspect that they were, in fact, family. Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well.
I can't speak. Oh my gosh. At some point, my tongue just gets tied. You say my scenario is perfectly probable. Yeah, I don't know.
Hold it!
I don't know about that.
I believe you're being a bit too overconfident for someone with no evidence. Am I? Because I don't see you presenting any evidence to the contrary.
Yeah, we have to figure out what we're gonna do. Without evidence, we're stuck in a stalemate. Agent Lang isn't wrong. His scenario is certainly possible. You better hurry up and do something or Lauren's gonna wind up looking real bad. Okay. What did we do? Was the crime really committed by the two of them? I don't think so. But what do we have for evidence right now? Isn't it possible they both knew? It was no coincidence. The two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. What do we have for evidence right now? Let me look at this page. I don't know. I feel like Viola being here is pretty interesting. I feel like it has to be relevant at some point. But I'm not sure. I don't know. He was likely wearing a costume, but we don't know where this specific costume is. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at what we've got right now. And I haven't quite figured it out. Also, I don't think she's capable of shooting someone. I just don't think it's... I don't know, it's not very likely. When you say my scenario is perfectly probable. I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think so. Gosh, I don't know. I'm kind of a little stumped. Huh. He is right-handed. And the gun is in the Bad Badger's right hand, but they stole the gun from the Bad Badger's right hand. Does that mean that it's possible that the killer was left-handed? I don't know. I mean, that has nothing to do with this, I don't think. But I'm not sure what to do here. It's no coincidence. Isn't it possible they both knew that fact? I mean, he was in hiding the entire time, trying to, you know, pretend to be someone else. I don't know. Whereabouts unknown. And as far as Lauren knew, he's been missing or potentially dead this whole time. Because she told us that earlier. I don't know. I don't think our evidence is that good for this. There has to be something, though. It's no coincidence. Two of them make good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. But there's no way! Let's press on this again and see if he says anything. Not like... How they plotted to commit this crime as blood relatives. Can you think of a better partner? The butler and the girlfriend no one would ever suspect. In the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well. I'm so confused. I have no idea what's going on here. I mean, this is here. No? Okay. I get the sense that Viola was somehow involved with this, but I don't know why or how. I guess. I don't know, I'm having a lot of trouble with this one. He's... No, there's no way. But we don't have anything to prove that I can, like, obviously see. And, you know, maybe I'm just a little silly, but... Two of them are father and daughter. It's impossible they both knew that fact. They don't! She didn't know that! Oh, gosh. How do I prove that? I'm totally stumped. I need to figure this out. I don't know. There's no way. Gosh. I'm just gonna start doing random stuff. I think the girl realized as well. They both knew the other person was. Is there anything I didn't press on yet? No, I think I pressed on everything for this one. What do I do? I don't know what to do. Okay. Well, he was on the run and in that. Okay, apparently not. I have no idea. What's going on? I feel so. I feel like I'm gonna feel really, really silly when I figure this out. No coincidence. The two of them make good use of... This has to be something. But what? The two of them make good use... But there's 3 people. So what? He doesn't know about the possibility of the 3rd person, does he? Is that what this is about? There are 3 stolen costumes, but he's not aware of all 3. He only knows about 2. Is that seriously what we were supposed to tell him? Oh my gosh. The whole time, it had nothing to do with them knowing each other or planning it together. It had nothing to do with that. It was just the amount of people is wrong. Oh my gosh. I was thinking about this totally wrong the whole time. I feel so silly. Oh boy. This kidnapping wasn't planned by just 2 people alone. What kind of proof do you have of that? Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers. 3. I feel really silly for not realizing. Oh my gosh. 4 costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's back room. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. Alex, hi! Welcome in, how's it going? I hope you've been doing well. Welcome in. I can't believe I struggled so much with that. It's so silly. But as for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. For context, I just spent like 10 minutes on the same question. Because I was thinking about it from the completely wrong angle. Did I hear 3? Yes, 3. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. Dang. It happens. Yeah. It all clearly points to a 3-man group. And I believe this 3rd person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping. Who is this mastermind? I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping. Is it? I think it has to be... Ish. It has to be Lance himself. That's my theory. Congratulations on your wahoo. Lance Amano. What? Yes, this abduction was in fact schemed up by Lance himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us. Ooh. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see the faces, but... One was a woman. However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said. But I know I only saw 2 people. Right. This guy was being held hostage. It possibly couldn't see all 3 of them. Yes, about where you were being held. I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive? I really don't remember much anymore, honest. Liar. He's such a liar. Like, come on.
But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you?
You're right, I won't. Lance's testimony.
I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room, blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone.
What is he doing? He's like playing with the... He's playing with the bow? You've got the liar tie on. Shameful. Honestly, what is with this guy?
I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could.
I don't believe you.
Through the underground passageway, I assume.
Ooh.
Are you okay? Sorry, I really didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but...
But now you believe me, right? No. Not even a little bit. Come on. Come on, man. I'll even say diabolical, BRB. Okay.
No, not quite yet. How could you not? Why do you look at me with such icy daggers in your eyes? Because he's a prosecutor and they're all like that.
Dang.
I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. There is a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push a little.
Oh boy. Lance's testimony. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it exactly. But I know it's wrong. I know already. He's a liar. Woof 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 to you too.
I was kidnapped yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning. What time was that again? Hang on. We should have our stuff. Do we know what time the kidnapping happened? Nothing? Okay, there's nothing about the exact time. You had me shut in that room, blindfolded the entire time. I don't believe you.
Hold it!
Somehow I don't believe him. Hang on, let me take a sip of my coffee.
By that room, you mean the room in the kidnapper's hideout, correct? Yes, but I was blindfolded the whole time, so I didn't know that until I made my escape. Then you were in the same room as your kidnappers. They spoke in hushed tones, but I could catch bits of their conversation. It was definitely two people, and one of them was definitely a woman.
Right. I don't know.
I was so scared I could tell they were nearby, so I didn't dare make a move.
Yeah, right. Kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard falling rain outside. Okay.
Hold it!
Let's press on that too.
The kidnappers disappeared. The room fell into a sudden silence. I've been left behind like an unwanted mutt. And what do you mean by unwanted mutt?
What a pointless question. It's not like he's going to tell you anything new, you know.
It's a poetic simile. You should learn how to use them too. You may look refined on the outside, but it's no good if you're not refined on the inside as well.
Rude? He's being so mean. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's not nap time. No. I need to wake up. Let's press on this one.
Then those cuffs on your wrists. I suppose you are still cuffed in that case. I am well aware of how I'm chained to reality.
What is this guy saying?
I couldn't find the key, so I'm afraid I'm stuck like this.
Is it the key that we saw?
Even though I escaped from that jail cell, I will forever be a prisoner.
What? I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could. Okay. We're just pressing on everything, because I honestly don't know what we're supposed to present here, but everything he's saying is clearly wrong.
How did you manage to escape? I wanted to just get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked. Which is why I had to use the underground passageway to make my escape. I remember our escape to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined.
Okay, but what do we present? What do we have? Okay, first let's figure out what we're supposed to present on. Might be a good idea. They left me alone. I made my escape and ran away as fast as I could. The door leading outside was locked tight, so I used the underground passageway. Does the underground passageway lead out, though? Because if I remember correctly, it doesn't actually lead outside. I don't know. I could be wrong. Escape. Kidnapper suddenly disappeared. Welcome back. Let me shut in that room blindfolded the whole time. Okay. We didn't press on this, because I don't think we needed to, but it might be worth it.
Could you tell us about when you were abducted in a little more detail? It was a strange morning. I felt like I was right in the middle of a great calm. And where were you when you experienced this calm?
Calm.
Our family garden, of course. Where else could it have been? Well, excuse me for asking. This child is more princess than prince. I was taking a walk to shake off the morning blah. Then out of the blue, someone from behind clamps a hand over my mouth.
Yeah, I doubt that.
You didn't see your attacker.
I bet he smells like cheese! What do you mean? What do you mean? I bet he smells like cheese. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh my gosh. Just look at him. You're right. It just caught me off guard. Oh, the ads are starting soon. That's right. Hang on. Before I knew it, I was off in La La Land again. When I woke up, I was in the kidnapper's hideout already, all tied up. Like cheesy poofs. That's silly. I'm gonna snooze it, cause I think we're onto something. We're getting somewhere. Definitely. I don't believe that he was blindfolded or tied up because of the 3. We had 3 chairs and 3 cups of coffee. I really do think that he was the mastermind behind the whole thing, but Gosh, I don't know. Okay. I see some rats. Oh my gosh. You left me alone. I made my escape and ran away. The door leading outside was locked tight. Wait! Wait a minute. It wasn't locked because we did that thing earlier where we tried to go in and they said that, oh yeah, it was locked, but they kind of like, they had to brute force the door open. But then we looked at the lock and the lock was totally fine, so it wasn't locked. There was a sword that someone had used to wedge the door so that they couldn't get it open. To wedge the door. To jam the handle. Oh my gosh. I can't speak.
Objection!
Brain no work today.
You say that the door leading out was locked, but was it really? We're talking about that room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard that it took quite a few men to get it open. Right, Sheena?
He ordered a hamburger and wants him to hold everything but the cheese. Right. Yeah. Cheese boy.
Yes, that's correct. Then take a look at this. What's that, a sword? It's not especially reliable one if it's broken like that. Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by this sword, which was used to jam the handle. Lance, even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you not just simply remove the sword and escape?
Why didn't I? Well, I was disoriented. But yes, that's it. I didn't notice it. That is exactly what someone who noticed it would say.
As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That is why you used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own.
Knuckle back!
Ooh. This is getting really, really good.
You're making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way. And what would that be? A motive. What else? Do you honestly think that an upright, pure boy like him...
Don't call him that. Because he's not.
would hatch up a completely pointless scheme such as kidnapping himself?
Yes. Yes, I do. So cheesy. Excuse. Oh my gosh. This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit the crime. Okay, what is it? It's got something to do with... Oh, he needed money for Tender Lender. To pay back his loan.
Take that!
Oh my gosh, I feel so silly for not realizing.
To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money.
I don't see Ratatouille.
This is hardly your typical love letter. It is, in fact, a collections bill.
That's a really odd way of writing. I mean, it's Viola we're talking about, but you know.
It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance?
Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man, too. It must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own old man, huh?
Alright, I give up. I abducted myself.
Lance!
It's over, Lolly. In this life, we really are bound to our fates, after all.
What does he say?
All I wanted was to go with you to a new town, somewhere where no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with that $1 million, but now that dream is over.
Oh, Lance!
Then you are giving yourself up. Yes, I plan to run away from this world with my Lolly. Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the back. He turned on you.
Okay, but who shot him? Because it definitely wasn't Lauren.
Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That's my guess. It happened almost right after he made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control.
Interesting.
We left him inside that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up.
That proto-badger costume is ugly. Oh my gosh.
Lolly left first in the blue badger costume. That would mean the person Officer Meekin saw was Miss Pops. Right then, the old man just had to wake up. He was careless and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on a bad badger costume, took the suitcase with $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. They had no idea they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly.
I still don't believe it. That person was not my father. Because if he was, it fits perfectly on him. It does. Let me take a sip of my coffee. I just killed my own father. Gasp!
Lolly, then it really was you.
Oh my gosh. No. There's no way. Oh my gosh. Chain of events. How much is left of this case? Because we did hit the 2-hour mark already. I'm wondering if we still have enough for next time. If we stop. I mean, I don't really want to stop yet, but I'm wondering if we stop now, if there will be more. Congratulations on the Potion of Thunder. Gosh, I'm not ready to stop. She's getting stinkier. Okay, I think we're going to have to stop though, because I've been snoozing the ad a lot, and I think if we stop here, we'll have enough to do next week. I think. So, unfortunately, we will be ending here, but that gives us a bit of a cliffhanger to look forward to next time. I mean, we literally ended the stream with, I killed my own father! So, super fun way to end it. Thanks for the stream today. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for being here, because it really genuinely means the world to me. We did a lot today. We learned a lot. Things are really picking up. I feel like we're really at the climax of the case. You know what I mean? Have a wonderful day, you too. Thank you. Yes, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, night, etc. And I hope to see you all again very, very soon. Tomorrow we're doing a karaoke stream, because I just feel like we need a karaoke stream this week, you know? When I made the schedule, it's just like, Yeah, it's a karaoke kind of week. So we're gonna do a little random karaoke. I don't have a set list for it yet. I don't know if I'm gonna put one together, if we're just gonna wing it or what, but I think it's gonna be fun. And that will be at our usual time, 3 p.m. EST. And I hope to maybe see you there. Okay,